those kind of things. How does it change the way that you approach what you do?
Last year coming in, I was taking it all in, But this year now, I've taken the leadership role. Being the Mike linebacker, going out there as a starter, it's a lot on your belt. Everybody around you is depending on you to make the right calls, make the right adjustments. So last year it was just a learning process, but this year it's like a leadership process.
That's what I was going to ask you. How much responsibility is put at that position in terms of getting into the right call, those kind of things, and how big a part is that, not just the physical part?
Coach Fickle puts trust in me as a Mike linebacker on the field to have everybody around me in the right position, in the right spots. So just being out there on the field, I got to be the coach on the field, like Curtis Grant was last year for us in the national championship run. So, just being out there as the Mike, you got to make sure everything around you is good.
What has that experience mean to you that you've had now?
Yeah, it's been a long process, but a great process for me. Coming in, being highly recruited. I mean, all that's in the past, but it's high expectations now that I'm in the starting lineup, so I got to make sure everything's good.
Do you like when they call you the chosen one?
It's kind of a joke to make me feel like just laugh about it, but it's getting old now, so it is what it is.
Football's such a grueling sport. Coming off a national championship, does it make it somewhat easier to go through all the drills, knowing that you guys have tasted all that success, that that you guys can do that, or does that not really factor into it?
No, I feel like last year, this year, we worked harder to start off in spring because we've been to the top. A team coming off a loss in the first round of the playoffs, probably not feeling as good, but us coming off a national championship win, we feel like we got to exceed what we did last year and become a better team.
How much harder is it going to be for you to kind of take the Curtis Grant role from a leadership standpoint to kind of, even though Darren and Josh are veterans, he said that you have to be the quarterback of this defense. I mean, how are you going to step into that role, and how comfortable can you be in that role as a sophomore?
The guys beside me, Josh and Darren, they put trust in me all the time. So when we're on the field, I feel like those guys trust me, so anything I say, we'll all be on the same page and we'll all work together. And Coach Fick has trust in all three of us to work together on the field.
You were out there a lot last year. As you mentioned, you rotated a little bit with Curtis. Reflect on your freshman year. How do you feel like you played out there?
I feel like I played decent, but, towards the end of the year, Curtis was getting more the reps in the game because he was playing better and he was practicing better. So, my reps fell off at the end of the season. At the beginning of the year, I felt like I was practicing harder because I was working my way up, but I had to keep that up now and just work harder.
You about the same size, or you want to bulk up, or?
No, just be the same size.
What about 240?
Yeah, 240.
What did you learn most from Curtis last year?
I learned that even though you've been through a lot of adversity, someone getting on to you and starting off bad doesn't mean that you have to end bad. You can always finish strong.
Darren was talking about the middle linebacker needing to go to the leadership meetings, have to take control of all the calls. How comfortable is that role for you?
It just makes me know that our coaches put a lot of trust in me. Me being in the leadership group, I've built that confidence in my coaches over the last year or two, but just in one day it can all be taken away. So I had to stay on my toes and really just focus on it.
What were one or two of the biggest things you wanted to show this spring?
I wanted to show that I can be every down Mike, not just rotate in. I can make all the calls on the field. Show Coach Fickle that he can trust me on the field.
How complicated is that, making those calls?
It's not very complicated. We play a simple defense, but complex style. But it's not that hard.
It's got to be nice having the other two starters at linebacker back with Josh and Darren. Talk about those two guys.
Josh, kind of not as flashy as guys think. Makes a lot of tackles. One of my moral guys, but Darren on the other end, kind of a hype guy, always making big plays. So you get the best of both worlds, and I got to be the stable guy in the middle.